angry, and they don't believe what they saw.
Shit is a sad claim.
Like,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna say this password. We live. We on. Is everything popping?
Woo.
Everything is good. We here with y'all, Gilded Sages. Yet another episode of Eavesdrop. We got the YouTube family, and then we're gonna have our IG family over here. And we're gonna be discussing tonight some very, I don't want to say interesting things, but some very obvious things. Because today is a day about addressing some truths that have been said, addressing some things that have went unsaid because people continue to pander in a way that is detrimental to the community, right? So before we get started, as you all know, what we're going to do before that is I'm going to need everybody to hit the like button, please. And thank you. I appreciate it very much so kindly. Can you please hit the share button? I appreciate it. Please and so kindly. Everything down below is in the description if you want to call in and give your opinion, or if you want to battle, if you want to go back and forth with us as it pertains to what we're saying tonight. I welcome and I open it because discourse is going to be the thing that sets us free from being smoke. Because we political slaves right now. And it's sad. But also, while you're at it, hit the subscribe button, please, and thank you. We appreciate it because this is about discourse. This is about all of those things. And again, we are just in the first stages of Gilded Sages. We plan to do a lot of different things. As you see, we continuously upgrade the equipment. We're going to need people to come in and help us do things. I prefer that to be youth who come in, join through the arts, but I need you all to help us get there. So please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. And if you do all three, man, we really appreciate it. So last little bit of house cleaning before we get started. As you all know, and by the time the end of this video, you're gonna be like, this motherfucker is crazy. I don't know what he is doing. Because before I'm gonna announce a few things. So I'm also the vice president of DC Young Democrats, and I want you all to go over to dcyds.org, sign up. We need people to help us push back on a lot of the things that we are going to be talking about tonight. We have a few events coming up, and so running for public office forum. Shout out to Maxine Davis, our executive director. She helped put this together along with some other organizations. And this is going to be on May 25th, 2021 at 7 p.m. If you go to DCYDS on Instagram, you can see it. Please go sign up. And this is about running for public office. So again, if you're tired of the bullshit, if you're tired of the people talking that nonsense, and you want to run for public office, go ahead. It's a forum. They're going to put it on. They done put a lot of work into this. So go ahead, show some love. Go ahead, get the information. There's a lot of great people. Ward 5 Democrats, DC U.S. House of Representatives, Ward 4 council member. Shout out to her, Janice Lewis George here in DC. So please go ahead, sign up for that. Because we primary niggas out here because motherfuckers is out of control. I'm sorry. I told him not to curse and I'm over here cursing. Don't follow my lead, bro.
Hey, listen, it is what it is, man. You just working with your mama's cooking, man. That's mama's cooking.
All right. And then on top of that, can y'all please also DC Young Democrats, along with Ward 6 Democrats. Shout out to them and everything they're doing. This is fighting for fair maps, a conversation around redistricting, 2020 census, and a fight to end gerrymandering. So again, there are people out here that's fighting for the good shit. There's people who fighting for the good things. We trying to do it, but we need more people. We need more people. And so when we get into it, when I start firing off on everybody, look, I'm here to build not coalitions, but a new way forward. So that fighting for fair maps as it pertains to redistricting, 2020 census, fight to end gerrymandering, that is going to be at 7 p.m. on May 24th. You can also find that information over at our IG on DCYDS. Please, thank you. Engage. We need y'all. None of these politicos, none of us, none of these organizers, we can't do it. We're not great without y'all. So please come out, help us in my most vulnerable state. Can't do it without y'all.
Hey, listen, a great man named Tupac Shakur said, end quote, "The power is in the people and politics we address."
In politics we address, man. Again, shout out to the team. Shout out to Jataria. Shout out to Jennifer. Amen to them. Again, I'm the crazy person on the other side, but we gonna get this shit together, man. We gonna get this shit together. So without further ado, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe, and we gonna get into it. As y'all see in the title, we are talking about Kwame Brown and Joe Biden today. Kwame Brown came out, he had some comments back and forth with Charlemagne the God, Angela Yee, who else? What is it? Becky with the what do you call her? Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good hair.
Matt Barnes, what's he referring to?
Yeah.
Then you had Gilbert Arenas. Then you had Stephen A. Smith, and you had what is it? Jamil Hill, who came out and had some comments. I appreciated it. It was a breath of fresh air. I made some comments on Twitter that I had to eventually redact because I thought that it was an unraveling, but I saw the whole story and I saw the whole breakdown, and I'm in full support of that man. Hey, let loose, because shit is getting out of hand and shit is getting reckless. But for all of you who have not been watching and not keeping up, what I'm gonna do, and y'all know what we do here over at Eavesdrop, is we like to bring up the receipts. We don't like to say nothing without the receipts, because the receipts matter.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all know how I go. We're gonna share the screen a little bit. And we're gonna watch this video, watch this clip of what he's saying, and we're gonna address what he's saying. Because as I said, I'm a registered Democrat, and we're gonna have a conversation about it. African American to African American, black people to black people. Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's start the clip, man. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go.
Everybody now, especially black folks, I hate to hear black dudes say that. They repeat everything that the TV say, and maybe it's not CNN, but what the news stations do is they say the same thing on every cycle. If you turn on to any of those stations that's controlled by one side, they repeat the same thing on every news cycle. All the different reporters go up there and say the same thing. And then that's what's embedded in your head, because these people are smart. They track you through your phone, through our phones. These are very smart people. And so when you repeat something, you hear something over and over again, and then they bend the truth and they lie, you're going to have a society like we have today. I talked to a dude, matter of fact, my old lady dad is 70 years old, and he hates Trump to the core. He a Nation of Islam guy. But he found out that Trump gave money to HBCUs, and he was like, well, dang, well, I do appreciate and I do like that. I respect that. But a lot of people can't even do that. It's like we done been brainwashed to hate this man so much that you scared. I think we all just scared because of the black folks in your family. You scared to tell the truth. I never met Trump. I met Obama. Never met Trump a day in my life. Don't know Trump. But I'd be damned if somebody gonna scare me into not being able to see what I actually see. I'm not pussified like that. And they've been talking about me my whole life, so I really don't care what you say. And for all the so-called Christians, why are you guys so afraid? Christians supposed to go through shit. Didn't Jesus die on the cross for all of our sins? And y'all not willing to stand up and do the right thing for him while you right here on earth sucking up all the meat, juice, and wine and every damn thing else. It's sad. It's pathetic. Because of popular belief, we just go with the flow. Because our favorite celebrity not doing it, we ain't gonna do it. We drag out every idiotic celebrity and hey, voter die, voter this, get woke. They ain't give you no policy, no plan, no messaging other than Orange Man bad. That don't make any sense. You got grown-ass black men talking about, oh, they separating kids from their family. If I go get my son and I go commit a crime, they're going to separate me from my son. So that's just idiotic to even say that. Anybody who went to jail, you damn sure can't run that past my brother Scrooge, because they damn sure separated him away from me. I ain't seen him in 14 years because of the 94 crime bill. I got dudes getting on my line telling me, oh, you stuck on the crime bill. Then you ask them a real question. Okay, well, what are you like? What are you stuck on? Because I like the money that he gave to HBCUs. I like the First Step Act. I like school choice. I like opportunity zones, and I like the Platinum Plan. Not all of it. Now tell me what you like about Biden. They click off. Like, it don't make no damn sense how brainwashed we are. Well, not we. It don't make no sense how brainwashed most people are, because anytime somebody trying to tell you something good, it's always, you only want to hear bullshit. You know, if I was on OnlyFans showing my penis, the live would be full. But you don't hear talking about some real shit. You know, people right. It's sad. It's sad the mental state they have us in.
So, y'all heard what the man said. Can I get another motherfucking sound ad lib before I get started? So, you heard what he said. He said a lot. Let's start first with the fact that he talked about the fact that we had these celebrities out here talking reckless, not necessarily understanding what they talking about, speaking on the politics that they don't understand, whether it be a Charlemagne the God, whether it be a Cardi B, or whether it be whoever, Chance the Rapper. And you get all of these people who pander bear into the community. For us, like he said, we get out, vote or die. We get out, I forgot, my bad, Diddy too. Who, all of these people who say at the same time they want us to be politically active. I want y'all to be politically active, but at the same time, these people who he talking about are telling y'all to be politically active are apolitical. We'll tell you that they don't do politics. We'll tell you that they don't necessarily do that. That's not their lane. That's what they don't care about, et cetera, et cetera. And the man said, because I watched the other clips in terms of what he had to say, and I appreciated the fact that he said he's not a man to speak on it. I appreciate Abin Preach and people within certain parts of the YouTube space and the entertainment space who say, you know, this ain't my job to speak on this. Because I saw a video from them talking about the Israel, which slightly touched, that it wasn't their job to speak on it because they slapstick comedians. Mm-hmm. Why should they be speaking on it? And he said, y'all need to start looking to politicos, people who actually do this, but they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. The people don't want to hear it. The people don't want to necessarily move into a space where they actually respect people who went to and became what they became because they have a vested interest in it. And that's not to say that people can't engage in politics if they don't necessarily have a political science degree or a public policy, public admin degree. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to respect the doctor, because when COVID dropped, it was, oh, respect the science, respect the science, respect the science. When Fauci has been called out for lying time after time after time, But we not going, people don't want to have a conversation about how, on one hand, we want to complain about entertainers. We want to complain about the people who give us the information. But just like I said on Twitter, everybody is slut to the entertainment. Everybody's a slut to the drama. You want to be mad at Kevin Samuels. You want to be mad at Joe Budden. You want to be mad at this person. You want to be mad at that person. But you a slut to the drama. So what does it say about us as a group of people? Because we a slut to the drama. Two, he brought up the fact that we exist in echo chambers. And throughout this show, as y'all know, we gonna have receipts. So anybody who wants to bring the smoke, again, hop down in the comments, hop on the Zoom, and we can chop it up. Because in the end, it is an echo chamber. He spoke on the fact that in the extended video, that both sides, whether you be Republican or Democrat, they both have control over our news media outlets. They both have reign over the narrative. So I'm a registered Democrat, and this is why I said y'all going to say this motherfucker is crazy, right? Because I'm a Democrat. But I exist within that echo chamber, and I listen to people, and I hear people, and I listen to what they got to say. But at the same time, you want to talk about Fox News, you want to talk about the NY Post, you want to talk about Reuters, you want to talk about all of these different publications that are centered around and one-sided. But do we ever critique MSNBC? Do we ever critique CNN? Do we ever critique the people who do not hold power accountable, despite what side they lay on? Because Fox News is trash. All of it is trash. But are we going to really have a conversation about our whole media apparatus being trash, creating a narrative, and plotting, taking advantage of the everyday average citizen? Because you know me, bro. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am a Democrat. But people always ask me, oh, why do you never critique the GOP? Why do you never critique the GOP? Oh my God, you need to critique the GOP. What the fuck? Because we know what racists are. We know what they do. We know how they have been. We know what America is. The GOP is the most American thing. They are as American pie. They are as American as lynching. They are as American as killing niggas. Woo. Period. Woo. And everybody want to say period, but guess what? Your boy Joe Biden is too. And that's what the conversation don't want to be, because we're going to get on his ass too. Everybody want to stay quiet. Everybody want to say, oh, it's the youth. We got to take over. We got to do this. We got to do that. But y'all being straight skirts, because it was all, oh, we're going to hold them accountable. We're going to push them to the left. And like I told y'all, Bernie Sanders was a skirt. And I say this all on the back of, I respect Joe Biden, because when we get into the next article about him and his position on student loans, like I said, the man said what he wasn't going to do. He slung his dick out on the campaign trail and told us what he stood for, what he didn't stand for. He told us what he was going to veto, what he wasn't going to veto.
Damn it, he told y'all ethnicity.
And told you weren't black.
And you still voted.
And you still voted for it. and hold on, and they crying right now. So, Joe Biden, I don't like you, but I respect you, kind sir. You want to know why? Because you have done everything you said you was going to do. We're going to get into how the news be pandering, because I didn't hear one thing about how he is capitulating to Russia. Oh, I didn't hear it. Because when Trump was in office, it was Russiagate, Russian bots, Russia. This nigga Putin probably over there like, what the fuck are they talking? I ain't do nothing. I'm chilling. I'm trying to hit some Russian tweezy. And America keep my name in their mouth.
Sip on that Russian.
I don't need to, no country needs to intervene in American politics and in American social construct to divide us. This country was built on division. It has always been divided. We don't need outside sources to divide us. Stop the bullshit. Yeah. But guess what? Because, like we were talking about earlier, they don't want to talk about critical race theory because white people want to be able to lie out in open public about what they did and what they did not do. They want to still be able to Christopher Columbus it, but they want to fake virtue signal at the same time. They want to be the AOC who can, while Trump is in office, or Justice Democrats as a whole, because they trash. They went against the whole Ryan Knight, the whole group, the whole institution that got them in the office, all for just bullshit. But we stand for something? When? Where? How? And again, in the extended clip, Kwame Brown goes on to talk about how Black people stupidly continue to vote for Democrats with no policy, et cetera, et cetera. And being the transparent person that I am, I will tell everybody right here, sitting down right here, right now, I did not vote for Joe Biden. I took the stance and position of Yvette Carnell. Shout out to ADOS.
Yes.
I voted down ballot, and I have no shame in it.
Ballot.
Because Joe Biden, when I saw those videos, when he talked about how he didn't care about what America had made as in regards to African Americans. He didn't care about my grandmother. He didn't care about my uncle. He didn't care about anybody in my family. So you know what? Fuck you too. Yeah. I did not vote for him. And I would never vote for him. Nope. I would never stand beside him. Nope. And I asked, as millennials, whether you white, Black, whatever, to not stand beside him. Because guess what? He's anti-African American. He's anti-ADOS. He's anti all of those things. And guess what? You know what? We're gonna get there. Yeah. We're gonna get there when I get to my next point. But what do you have, sir, Quan, as it relates to the Kwame Brown situation as a whole, and just how it relates back into politics? Because he said a lot about Jamil Hill too, in terms of her being, look, you got everything to say about Black men, but they ain't say nothing about none of them white men who that white man who beat up that Black woman. They don't got nothing to say about nothing or nobody. And he went on he went on and said his piece. So what you think about it?
I mean, so okay, let's dial it back just a little bit. And let's give the viewers just a little insight on who Kwame Brown is. Okay. So Kwame Brown was a power forward that got drafted in the 2001 draft, #1 overall pick. He unfortunately was labeled a bust, as he did not have a great career due to the fact that Michael Jordan was in charge of that team. He decided to become a player during the same time that he was a player. He was very hard on Kwame Brown from the beginning, did not like him, did not want him to play very many minutes, control every aspect of what he was able to accomplish, but he still was able to stay in the league for 12 years and be productive and make money. And the man bought his mama a house on the golf course. So my biggest thing that I take away from Kwame Brown and his decision to actually engage it, and the points that he was making, was Black people have to start to define what success is for us. What is success for us? Why do we have Black people that get on platforms and call this man a bust when this man was able to put his mama on a golf course? You know the data that we look at about Black people. How many Black people do you think are able to put their mom on a golf course? 2050,
wealth hitting zero. I don't know how many, maybe 3.
How many black people do you know are able to acquire $61 million over 12 years?
Can I ask you a better question? How do you do it? Does it come with you being a quote unquote fake first black woman VP and saying that race don't exist?
Oh yeah.
Is that how you get it?
Pretty much.
Or does it take you to backtrack certain statements? Or does it take you to be a Nicole Hannah-Jones and get your motherfucking tenure denied, or a Cornel West to get your tenure denied because you're not going along with the program?
Exactly. And that's what's happening to the best of us.
The best of us.
The best of us.
The best.
The ones that did exactly. If you couldn't write a more beautiful outline of life for a black person than Cornel West, and that man couldn't get tenure. This man, Kwame Brown, got $61 million playing on the bench, is growing his own food as a farmer. Bill Gates, as of a couple of weeks ago, invested billions of dollars in farmland. Kwame Brown has farmland.
And a tractor, apparently.
Exactly. What black man do you know has a means of growing and controlling their own food source? Give me a percentage.
0.003.
How is this man a bust? You made $61 million. You played in the league 12 years. You bought your mama a house. You control and grow your own food in a world where water is becoming a shortage. Food is becoming a shortage. We read an article the other day. Chicken is a shortage. Niggas ain't gonna be able to kill each other over the chicken sandwich at Popeyes.
But I'll tell you how he a bust. Because black people only respect opulence. Black people only respect power. But at the same time, they want to condemn people for chasing it. So you got a lot of elders out here talking about, why they chasing clout? Why they chasing clout? Why they chasing clout? You want to know why the fuck we chasing clout? We chasing clout because that's the only way that our voices matter. And the only way that you affect change is because you got motherfucking clout. And guess what? No Democratic politician that's black is about giving back and creating spaces where black young voices can be free. Because guess what? They all sucking off the phallus of a Joe Biden. Or you got to, like we just addressed on the last episode, a Clyburn, where white people think that he's a representative of us. Like I told you earlier, Lori Lightfoot, Tulsi Gabbard, rip her ass apart. Please get them up out of here. If it's going to take white people to get them up out of here, get them up out of here. We sick of them.
I love it.
We sick of them. Because on one hand, you want to, Black Lives Matter, but you don't really give a fuck about Black lives. Man, white people, eat her ass up. Get her out of there. Please. Shout out to all of the Chicagoans.
Because the crime rate is crazy.
It's crazy.
Been crazy.
But the bigger issue is that even here in the city, bro, the echo chamber that he talks about, everybody want to talk about, how this happens, how that happens. For example, we want to talk about the situation in Palestine, Israel, right? Black people get bullied into supporting other people's issues every day. Why the fuck do y'all think a man in Joe Biden or America as a whole is going to oppose genocide in a foreign nation when they are committing genocide against African Americans right here on foreign land? And again, we've addressed it here. Yeah. We have no beef with the Asian community. But at the very same time, you're telling me that you're mandating Asian history in schools, while at the same time you're banning critical race theory. Make it make sense. Make the math. Oh, please.
And by the way, they attacking affirmative action. I think they gonna get it.
But that's what I'm saying. So at the same time, you had the Asian community attacking the affirmative action, but at the same time, we can't necessarily have a conversation about how those things play out, because if you do, you are anti-Asian, which we are not, because again, like we've said countless times, I grew up on curry out.
Yeah.
I grew up on, again, they have a countless amount of liquor stores, countless amount of beauty supply stores that we go into all day, every day, and we get harassed, can't even come in with certain stuff, but nobody wants to have that conversation. So at the same time, you have Black people though, you have African Americans though, who will tell me, bro, that policy don't matter, but every single time I see people online, they crying about other people's issues. DACA got DACA because us.
Yeah.
People get their bills because of us. Where's the fucking solidarity, bro? And then on top of that, when you talk about the echo chambers, when you talk about people like AOC, and yeah, y'all can say, oh, he radical, he doing too much. Oh yeah, da 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 da. Again, like I said last time, that's the problem with the Black community and being straight gumps. Black women, stop policing and tone policing your Black men, because guess what? Joe Biden, as racist as he is, Donald Trump, as racist as he is, guess who came out in support of him? 60-70% of white motherfucking America. 60-70%. So as patriarchal as the community may be, guess what? They still in line with it. They still rocking with it. But guess what our dumbasses is doing? We sitting there, oh no, you can't say that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Why? We see it right in front of us, bro. We see it right in front of us.
Hey, listen,
What the fuck?
They want us all to be Stevie Wonder to it. You know what I mean?
No, we feeling it though. Because every single day, like my man Kwame Brown said on the last goddamn episode, I'm not trying to hear nothing about no motherfucking crying about racism if y'all gonna continue to enable the racists. Because on one hand, you want to say, Uncle Joe, yes, we love you. Then you got AOC who talking about, oh, when it was Trump, it was such a crisis at the border. And we're going to get into that shit later.
Woo!
But now they just detention centers. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm quite sick of it. And for everybody who like, oh my God, look. There is no gain in me shutting the fuck up. I done tried all different kinds of ways. Biggest thing I don't want is to teach my son how to be a straight skirt to survive. Because the road that we're on right now, we had a conversation and people feel like, oh, Kamala Harris had to say that race don't exist in America. Or Tim Scott had to say that race don't exist in America. So what the fuck is the point of getting to those heights if you just got to capitulate anyway?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
It's like
that's not progress.
It's like a second childhood. Like, you a grown man and you can't even speak truth. Why are you an adult? Why are you an adult? That's what adults do. We see what we see and we speak the truth.
To make Joe Biden ejaculate. Because I don't see any other reason. Because the nigga's trash. And we're going to get into it we're going to move from an ethnic perspective to a generational perspective. Because I want all y'all white people to know, the white millennials, parents don't give a fuck about you. They're going to sell y'all out too. Because this shit is getting bad.
Oh, they already have.
We ain't hit DC, man. Look.
They already have.
You think that when people get mass evicted and when labor don't go up and then when labor is continue to be undermined, that we got leverage to even fight this battle? What? Monopolies taking over? You think we got leverage to fight this battle? You got niggas out here fake wanting to be on pedigree and fake wanting to be academics and all of that shit, wanting to be apolitical and kumbaya, but at the same time, they don't understand. Niggas don't understand that academia is political because guess what? The politicals, we come over, we the motherfucking thugs of the world. We come over, we come in your institutions and we make you bow. So all of y'all academics who think that y'all about the motherfucking kumbaya yourself to the end, we gonna come in, and if you don't support the radical politicals, the other ones are gonna come in and rape your ass. Shout out to Nicole Hannah-Jones, because you saw and you see what happens.
Hey, listen, shout out to that Dogecoin. What that thing doing right now? Woo! What that thing doing now?
Cause what's that, Tesla?
Woo! What it's doing right now?
What's that, Tesla?
Man, the whole thing.
No, I'm saying, did he come out and make those comments?
Oh yeah, what it's doing right now? Oh, but
we're not gonna touch it.
We're not gonna touch it.
We're not gonna touch it.
That's too much.
No, let them keep their hope.
I got you.
because right now, everybody thinks that
buy the dip.
They can overcome when they don't understand that they're dealing with highly intellectual, depraved people who planned the fucking dip. Come on. And because that's what I always say about politicos, bro, is I may not fuck with them depending on who they are, but I respect them. Hey, because you want to know what? Bro, they probably some of the most amazing intellectual motherfuckers I've ever seen in a way that they can get people rhetorically to buy into the bullshit. If I can get into that level, man, that's all I want to do. Because I just want to fight them niggas. All I ask is that y'all throw me over the fence. Because again, when I get my mother saying, oh no, don't talk about you gonna die early. Look, America, they built for killing niggas. That's all they do. So look, at the very least, I ask that everybody who I've ever helped and everybody who ever loved me and say that they fuck with me and respect me, just take care of my son. Cause no, I want the smoke of America. Cause I know they the same. They the same niggas who done bop, 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 bop. MLK, Malcolm X, you got niggas.
What?
Fred Hampton in his bed with his wife. Oh, yeah. This is the same America. But again, they think because Joe Biden is a nice talker that they're different from Israel, that they're different from Netanyahu. But guess what? If we look at the track record, I'm not going to do it tonight, but I might just do it to be petty. That if we look at the track record, every president, including Obama, including Bill Clinton, including since it started from what, World War I, World War II, the transgression of it, they all participated.
Oh, yeah.
It's bigger than us.
Research the crisis in Suez.
But if y'all still with us, man, like the video, share the video, comment. And I know everybody is always out there. Oh, well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can't keep talking about race without solutions. Solutions is, man, look, pick 2 motherfucking meetings, 3 meetings in your community and go to them shits. If you got sons out here, if you got kids out here, take care of your motherfucking kids. I'm talking to black people right now. Because all y'all niggas who not taking care of your kids, you're trash.
Oh, yeah.
You're fucking up the community, and I'm sick of it. Because I can't do nothing with it. It's just not enough people. And shout out to all of the people doing the work. Because I see the tiredness. I see the fatigue. I see the burnt outness of motherfuckers who actually try and do the work. So I'm never going, shit on people in that way. But for everybody who's sitting around, oh, I don't do politics. Policy ain't for me. Policy ain't for me. Why the fuck everybody on Capitol Hill then? Why?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Yeah.
Everybody up there, but policy don't matter. You want to know what policy does? Policy sets the structure. Policy sets the foundation, because the problem with us as the African American community is there's no fucking rules. There's no penalization. There's no nothing internally and externally. Why did the Asians seek an Asian hate crime bill? Why? Because it penalizes motherfuckers for doing something to them. Mm-hmm. And everybody who got to say, oh my God, that don't do nothing. It don't fix nothing. Yes, it do. Because guess what? If you do something to their ass now, your ass going to jail, and nobody wants to go to fuck to jail. That's why y'all all out here selling your ass for dollars.
Oh, by the way, they got that bill before the anti-lynching bill. Let's get it. Shout out to them folks. Niggas can still get lynched, but we can't talk about nothing Asian. Hey, I ain't even gonna say nothing about the mumbo wings or nothing. I don't want none of that smoke.
Cause I like mumbo wings.
Hey, listen, I don't want that smoke.
I did the motherfucking Chocolate City little bingo jump.
Oh yeah,
and I need more sauce on all my shit. Cause again,
I need it on the side.
I'm not against Asian people at all. Asian Pacific Islanders at all. Yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and fake like they don't have angst against us. Oh, come on. We can have a conversation. Anybody want to hop on a platform, anybody want to come up and have a conversation, that's cool. But I know most people ain't because people anti-Black and they like having just to create and spin a narrative. Yeah. And please, if you want to, take the clips, spin it how you want, because I want smoke. Yeah. At this point, I just want smoke. Just throw me over the fence so I can fight all of you motherfuckers. Because I got answers to everything y'all gotta say. I got it all. Yeah. Go read Death of a Nigga Boy, Politics and Prose. It's not in the description. I'm gonna add it to the description. But yeah, we got more content coming out. We got more merch coming out. The merch is going to be crazy, fire, disrespectful, and it's going to be subversive as a motherfucker, just like these niggas up here on Capitol Hill. So yeah, like the video, share the video, comment on this motherfucker. You don't got to like me. Hey, I'm tired of safe spaces. Safe spaces are fake. Come on this jump. If you want to rip me, if you want to agree, let's go. Let's go. It's all about building community. And we're not building community when we ain't having conversations. I knock on my neighbor's doors, or I try to at least once a week, have a conversation. Little white lady live next to me. She cool as a bitch. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. So with that being said, this is motherfucking eavesdrop. We gonna get into the next goddamn topic of discussion. Your boy, for all of y'all, Joe Biden. Woo! After pledging not to build up Trump's border wall, Biden's intentions remain unclear. Landowners at the border are getting mixed messages. For years, Nora Garza and her husband, Delfino, have fought with the Justice Department and Army Corps engineers over 30 acres of land near the U.S. and Mexico in Rio Grande City, Texas, a parcel sought by the Trump administration for construction of the border wall. But they stopped hearing the government right before the election. After running for office not to build another foot of Donald Trump's wall, President Joe Biden signed another order on Inauguration Day, ending the national emergency at the border and launching a 60-day review of the project, pausing all construction, calling for a plan to redirect unspent funds. Nearly a month after the 60-day mark, the wall's future remains in limbo, and the review continues according to the White House official as the Biden administration struggles to address the competing pressures over Trump's signature project meant to prevent the very low illegal immigration Biden is now contained. So as we jump down a little bit further, the 60-day window has come and gone, said Lucas, a Texas attorney representing landowners in court. The most recent update we have from the lawyers for the government is that they still don't know what is going to happen. The president has been very clear on the record that he's committed to no longer confiscating land, said Laura Pena, an attorney with a nonprofit group which has called Biden to keep his campaign pledge to withdraw. Called on Biden to, the lawsuits to return to property to landowners. From our perspective, this has felt like a major betrayal. Last week, a judge allowed the government to seize 6 acres of land from the Cavazos family in Mission, Texas, property in Rio Grande River. The family has rented out to tenants for decades. Jose Fred Cavazos, a 71-year-old member of the family, told ABC News he is disappointed by the judge's ruling and Biden's administration's continued pursuit of his land. It's like he's making a U-turn, Cavazos said of Biden. Why say no more walls if he doesn't mean it? A Justice Department official told ABC News the Biden administration has moved
to delay the court cases started under the previous administration for the duration of ongoing review, and that the motion of possession granted last week was filed in 2020, not by Biden administration. We skip down a little bit because that's a quote. Adding to the mixed messages to landowners, Department of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas recently told agency employees that construction may resume to plug some of the gaps, quote unquote, along the wall, according to the Washington Times. Agency spokespeople did not respond to the question about the secretary's reported comments in the areas where construction is continuing. White House Secretary Jen Psaki, not Simone Sanders, distanced the president from the project, but did not affirm Biden's campaign trail promise. There's some components of the wall that had already been allocated to funding the continued building by Congress, so we are working within what is allowable. But our focus is not. We do not believe the wall is an answer, Psaki told ABC News to White House correspondent Cecilia Vega. There's some limited construction that has been funded and allocated for, but it is otherwise paused. Biden's first budget proposal, Congress requested no additional funding for the wall and asked for lawmakers. Political fight, with the growing number of migrants seeking the end of the U.S. from the southwest border, some Democrats want Biden to tear down Trump wall, while others suggest that he should at least complete some of the unfinished work, leaving the Biden administration in a difficult situation as it seeks to focus on COVID-19 response from Biden's major infrastructure bill. You know what? I'm gonna read the Republicans card because I know y'all feel like I'm fake Republican. Republicans have seized on the rising number of migrants seeking asylum at the U.S.-Mexico border and the scenes of overcrowded government processing centers to criticize Biden's approach to immigration and push back on his border wall pledge. I just want to stop there because I want to talk about the fact that Biden is still continuing to build the wall. And not only is he continuing to build the wall, I just want to let all of you immigrants know, I just want to let all of you POC people know that the same way he reneged on the Black community, he gonna renege on y'all too.
Worst phase player in history.
Yep. And if you don't get that joke, when you renege, you lose 3 books.
Woo.
3. And when you lose 3 books, 2022 look a lot harder to convince motherfuckers to vote for you and anybody in your party.
Because then you got to run a Boston.
A Boston. And if you don't know what a Boston is, that's all of the motherfucking books. All of them. All 13.
Period.
Period.
It's 2021.
It's 2021. Fuck that. But it's sad because a lot of people, and this goes into the echo chamber, we don't hear conversations about this. We don't hear news outlets covering this. We don't hear people critiquing Joe Biden. And I'm going to get into another one before we go ahead and have a full conversation. Because this nigga is doo-doo. He doo-doo. You could say whatever you want about me. Oh, he doing too much or whatever. A lot of our elders, especially Black elders, they pussy. Because they're not, bro. They're not going to do nothing to save us, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
They're not going to do nothing to elevate. If you are not willing to just go along with the flow, Black elders ain't going to do nothing for us. And it's the same reason why a lot of them just say whatever. When you see a Jim Clyburn who done got his ass billy clubbed over the head talking about race don't exist, that's why.
And it's always them March with Martin. What's wrong with the people that March with Martin, bro? What's wrong with him?
I don't get it. You disrespecting that man. Don't bring that man's name up, straight up. Don't bring up Malcolm X. Don't bring up none of them people. Because y'all acting like some straight skirts.
but I don't count on any Black elder to man up, accept the moment for what it is, and fight for the group. And I guarantee you, all of y'all who siding with this, you're going to pay a heavy cost. And I know it because I've seen the heavy cost in my family. But guess what? I ain't gonna say shit because I'm just a wild nigga. I'm just a wild nigga. Oh my God. Because everybody fake respect me, bro. But don't nobody want to publicly align with me because they scared. Because they don't want to stand up for nothing. Straight skirts. Everybody want to say, oh my God, yeah, you're right. Okay. Oh my God, Israel is so bad. What the fuck you think is happening here? We did a whole summer of marching, a whole 400 years of fucking marching, getting crushed. They just had up here in DC, bro, survivors of the Tulsa massacre. And yet we still can't get fucking reparations. Why? Because we got motherfuckers like Gayle King on whatever fucking network she on talking about COVID shots when she got a Jewish person up there talking about the proof of how reparations is possible. She just going dead it right there. Skirt.
I do you one better. We had thousands of people run into the most secure building in America.
Are you talking about the insurrection?
Bro, you can't make this shit up.
That we don't remember no more.
All of a sudden it just went away. How?
Because guess what? White people stick together. Guess what? One thing I will say is that they understand and look, the narrative is, motherfucker, every white person got at least 2 or 3 of those motherfuckers who was at the insurrection in their family.
Man.
And I appreciate the racists because the racists bitch the liberals into not saying nothing in the open, which is why the GOP always win. But then it's like this whole fake thing, like, oh my God, they so racist. But guess what? I bet you that 40% still hanging out with that 60%.
Oh, hell yeah.
Joe Biden is the king of feeling like he part of the 40%, but he really part of the 60%.
Oh, hell yeah. I do you want. Listen, one of them dudes that got locked up told the people at the jail, I am vegan. I cannot eat prison food. And damn if they ain't served that man vegan food in prison.
Hey,
my black ass going to jail. I can't even get clean water.
You got the receipt, man. You can't make this shit up.
Slim, we can't get clean water, but that man get vegan food in prison.
Bruh.
This is where we at. They can ask for vegan food in prison, but we can't even ask for clean water.
No, you a nigga.
Flint, Michigan.
No, you a nigga.
That's a public.
How dare you, nigga? How dare you, nigga?
But they could get.
How dare you, nigga? Don't even speak.
But this man eat vegan burgers served on vegan bread.
And then you got black people sitting around here talking about, oh, well, that's what they gotta do. It's part of the game. It's what it is. Shut your dumb ass up. I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. And for all you niggas with kids, I hope y'all teaching y'all kids how to take it. Because if you don't, they're gonna get their ass murked. Because I put money on the table. Money on the table, fam. I put money on the table, fam. That America is the same America that we knew. I guarantee you, if we start talking the way that we talk, they're gonna mow our ass down like they did our fucking elders, like they did our family. What's up?
So look, we got a question, Autumn Lindsay. It says, I've read that over 70% of the Capitol Police left the department after the insurrection. What are y'all thoughts on that?
So my thought on that is, again, once you have an incident, and this is straight up politics, straight up bullshit, right? So when you have an incident, when you have something that happens and it gets this attention, us leaving is a matter of saving face. So let's say we on the same side, right? Let's say we got the power, right? And you say, Autumn Leslie, you know what? Hey, Devon, what y'all did was wild. Like, I fuck with it. That shit was crazy, but the people was mad. I'm gonna need y'all to, I got a job for you over here. Boom. I don't think that it's a solution to have singular individuals step down or have people step down from jobs because it doesn't change the culture. The only reason that people step down from jobs is because they take heat. I've seen time and time and again where we all sit and we agree, but it's like, look, for the face of the institution, like, look, bro, hey, sit down. Hey, bro, take a back seat. I'll find you a motherfucking seat. I'll bankroll you until your next move, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's institutional protocol. That's it. I don't think it's anything outside of that. Because when you looked at the insurrection and you looked at it coming out, you had motherfuckers attached to the FBI, you had judges, you had all kinds of motherfuckers. And then they wanted to break it down to like economic anxiety. Them niggas ain't poor. And the thing about it is when people talk about white poverty, which I hate that people try to go to, oh my God, white people are poor too. The reasons of why you're poor, like I tried to tell the nigga McDuffie, the reasons of why you're poor matters just as much as your poverty in itself. Because it's not as simple as saying, oh yeah, white people are poor too, or white women are oppressed too. But guess what? You don't see the motherfucking marriage rates going down. Because guess what? They understand family. Mm-hmm. Guess what? They understand protocol. Guess what? They part of the institution too.
And they understand their will.
So in the end, it all comes back down to that in terms of the science of politics and how it operates. So like people can, it's more about making people feel on the outside, feel better about like, oh yeah, we did something. Like even Chief Conti, shout out to Conti, he cool people. I've worked with him in the past in relation as like my in work relationship, but at the same time, it's only but so much he can do about a culture that supersedes him. Because if he challenges that culture, he's fucked. Just like a Nicole Hannah-Jones, you're fucked. You thought you were going to push back on racism and still be inside of the institutions that project it? You dumbass.
And as far as my answer to it, it's like, they don't, bro, if I, a black man, so much as make the wrong left turn towards the Capitol building, Negro, you know what the Capitol Police would do to me? If I make that left instead of that right.
You know what they did it to that woman? Gunned her ass down.
Exactly.
Shot,
so what, if you don't have...
Wrong turn.
Exactly.
Boo, boo,
exactly.
Boo. Yep.
Mo, I've been walking down the street downtown and them people will clutch their AR-15.
Yeah, because I'm ready to kill a nigga.
Exactly. But you mean to tell me this man with a Willie Nelson beard can put a Confederate flag in the Congress building that I can't make the wrong left turn towards? I'm talking about I'm on the street following the traffic.
I wish I had the article. I wondered if the lady was pregnant.
But your man can go in Nancy Pelosi's office, take her paperwork, commit treason, and get vegan burgers.
And they wipe shit on their office. I fuck with it though.
But we can't make the wrong left turn. We're gonna get tickets.
Hey, I fuck with it though. In the end, I tell people, man, I respect and I appreciate the racists. Because the racists, hey, look, they are who they are.
Listen, they gonna fight for America more than we is. I'll tell you that much. Listen, them racists gonna die about some America.
The America they want and to keep. But nah, to answer that question, yeah, man, I think it's just more about placating people and making people believe in the plausible deniability of the bullshit of America. Because time and time and again, you see over and over again that, you know, people unfortunately apologize too much. And that's what kills me. Like, how many motherfucking times we gonna get apologies?
For just taking up space.
When you're just doing the same shit over and over again.
I apologize for existing. Like, that's what it be sounding like to me. Oh, I'm sorry that we exist as a people and we take up space and breathe air and...
Not even that. I'm talking about from the other side in terms of people giving the benefit of the doubt and the plausible deniability that people don't understand.
The past.
I think they highly understand. And again, they're invested into their families. And so when you talk about, I don't even want to say racism, but when you talk about the dynamics of power and building institutions, they're going to prioritize the leverage that they have. So when we talk about an AOC, and like I said earlier, when we talk about a Tulsi Gabbard came out and fucking flamed Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, for saying that she will only talk to black journalists and interviewers in the sense that she said that it's anti-white. She didn't say that she didn't like white people, but see, Tulsi Gabbard is a white woman though. AOC is a white woman though, understands access in the sense that how dare you not talk to me, bitch? Because again, all that black girl magic, they're not going to never have no smoke for white women. What? Not in that capacity. What? Because in the end, again, the problem with what Tulsi Gabbard said, and I'm not keeping for Lori Lightfoot because she deserves what she get. White people are the code. White people are the standard in America. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. I'm not saying you have to appeal, and I'm not saying that people don't divert from it, but they are the standard. So with that being said, a Tulsi Gabbard doesn't understand that that's not anti-white. What she's saying is she's trying to uplift and build her people. But because Tulsi Gabbard understands that that's code for that, how dare you try to build your people, bitch?
Oh, yeah.
We put you here for a reason. And that reason ain't to build your motherfucking people. Point blank period.
Oh, yeah. And wasn't she mayor that's, what is it, with black people suffering? What is that, Indiana or one of them states where we just... I would have to confirm. Yeah, it's a couple people. Yeah, we down bad over where she at, and you know.
It's a couple people that's down. Look.
And it's like, how y'all get to critique black people and y'all ain't treating black people right? Because
Gretchen Whitmer took an L because she was over in there in Michigan. Again, they got us over here. Everybody want to fucking tweet and hashtag about Palestine and Israel. Everybody want to look to national politics because they don't want to deal with the fucking reality of what we going through in America. And so at the same time, people want to talk about, oh, you anti-Asian, you anti-Jew. With most Black Americans, African Americans, those people don't even view people through their ethnicity. They just view them through white and black. Mm-hmm. And so most Jewish people are just viewed as white people. Most Asian people are just viewed as off-white people. Most Latino people is just viewed as spicy white people. There isn't this heavy distinction of like, oh my God, I am hating you for a specific ethnicity. And the reason I'm saying that is because they silence our voices. They bully us into supporting their shit when they won't even support our shit. We got to sit here and still have conversation around not even being able to have voting rights. What's up?
We got another question. Autumn Lindsay, do you believe in DE&I? If yes, why? If not, why?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion?
I believe that's...
Yep. So I don't believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion you know what? I believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion, but the problem is we don't have equity. The problem is you have a lot of Black people, and the problem is you have a lot of panderers who want to enter into spaces without getting the equity piece. So they have to enter the room in a particular fashion with their silence. So without the equity piece, diversity and inclusion is only torture, because you're continuing to have to capitulate and move in a way that is cultural castration and a castration of your identity, in terms of you may have something to say, or you may want to speak on certain matters, or you may want to feel fully human, but you don't have that right when you are not talking about having actual equity. So everybody who wants to enter into those spaces, I believe in Jedi. Jedi is justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. Because without the first two, you're just being tortured. Mm-hmm. And so what happens is you have a lot of people who want to be diversity consultants, inclusion consultants. And the only reason a lot of people just want to enter these spaces because they feel like they can get a grift and they feel like they can get a bag. But in the sense that when we bring this and double it back all the way back around to when we had the last conversation around Simone Sanders, when we had the conversation around Kamala Harris, when we had a conversation around goddamn Nicole Hannah-Jones, when we had a goddamn conversation about goddamn Cornel West, when we goddamn had a conversation about Eddie S. Glaude Jr., when we goddamn had a conversation about Stacey Abrams, when we goddamn had a conversation about all these people who continue to be the backbone of institutions that include, that give them access without the fucking equity. They continue to be the backbone that continues to get fucked and fucked and fucked and fucked. And you want to teach your kid how to get fucked? Teach them how to get fucked. Because that's what that is. Without those two included, just teach them how to get fucked. If that's what you about, that's what you just teach them. Because without the equity, without that, if you are not willing to take the risk, if you are not willing to take the consequences of being and speaking the same way, because again, minus the cuss words, I say the same shit in every space I move in. Mm-hmm. Because I also want people to understand who watching this that may not be of our community, that code switching is not the same thing as being professional. Because a lot of people conflate those two, and I'm tired of it. I had a whole conversation because we do a lot of diversity, equity, inclusion training at my job. And you got white people talking about they code switch. What? You ain't code switching, boy. You talking about being professional?
Well, I quit a whole job because I got tired of code switching.
But the problem is people conflate code switching with being professional, and that's not the same thing. Mm-mm. But
no way.
I do support diversity, equity, and inclusion. But the problem is equity is always missing in that piece because everybody believes in equality. Because the E subversively gets passed around and confused with equality. So it's in the office, everybody has to get every equal thing. No. If you come from a certain space, you get more. Why? Because that's the definition of fucking equity.
Exactly.
That little ass meme that everybody love to fucking post up that don't really understand.
With the little boy in the boxes.
Yeah, with the little boy in the boxes trying to reach to the apple tree.
See the baseball game.
They don't understand it because, again, you get white people pushing back on the goddamn bill that came out about underserved farmers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was racist and anti-white. Because they don't understand that, no, nigga, you just don't get anything in this realm.
But Bill Gates just bought...
Fuck Bill Gates. Homestead Act, New Deal, GI Bill, all of those things were things that we didn't capitalize on, we couldn't get access to. We got left out.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. That's history. But what happens is niggas still is on these equality thing because they don't want to admit. And honestly, I don't think it's a thing of ignorance. People can keep giving plausible deniability, but I think they're smarter than that. I know people are smarter than that. I talk to people and I listen to people and they tell me things that they don't understand that they tell me when they explain how to make the mechanics of things work. So, you do understand. You just don't want me in my group, in my family, in my brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, aunties, whatever the fuck to have it. That's what I'm hearing.
Because the E don't stand for equality. It stands for economics.
Break that down for me.
It stands for economics. We talking about equity and no, that E is economics. Come on now. Nobody's going to give access to their economics as what they use to sustain themselves. Let's be real here. Let's be real. Nobody's going to do that. That's why at the end of the day, a lot of these things that we talk about with diversity, this, that, if we're not going to attack the economic systems of these things, then what are we talking about?
Not much.
What are we talking about?
Because again, I'm pulling up here right now, Biden dropped student loan forgiveness in latest budget. But mind you, he the one who fought for the actual policies centered around not allowing people to write that off or claim that on bankruptcy and have to carry that debt over a lifetime. But this the same nigga who don't want to fight for it. But you got people like AOC and everybody within the Democratic Party who won't say anything. You got elders who won't say anything. Skirts who won't say anything. And all I'm saying is, look, for everybody in our generation, because this is a millennial issue, for everybody in our generation, what the fuck do that mean for our kids? When niggas can't even buy houses, we sitting on a looming eviction crisis. We sitting in a situation where economists are saying 401ks, pensions, what is that? That ain't gonna have no impact whatsoever.
But we telling black folk to buy the dip on bit.
We're not gonna go there because they're gonna hate us, bro. And they think I'm talking down because everybody think, oh, I'm talking down to them because they got everybody hyped on the patriarchy is bad, and people who try to tell you, oh, niggas is doing you dirty is bad. Meanwhile, the same people who talking about the patriarchy is fucking with the patriarchy and helping the patriarchy. Because guess what? It's that time of the year. Yeah.
Fireworks. Gotta love black folk though, man. We love our.
Nah, that should be happening from what is it? All the way from this time to next, about like September. But in the end, it's like, yo, fam, white people, or I'll say white women were giving them, if it was a meme, you know that meme where they're giving them the world, white men conquered the world at the behest. And they did a good job. And I'm not saying that we can't fight through it. I'm not saying that you don't put your best foot forward. I'm not saying that you don't do everything you possibly can, everything every day. But the fact that we think that we can tell people, oh, don't have responsibility. Oh, just do and live your life how you want to and all of that shit. No. Because that's where we get people who just kill each other, have no devotion, have no loyalty, have no responsibility to anything. Mm-hmm. Because we teaching people that shit don't matter. Every other community, though, does. Despite the fact that they beefing with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Publicly, openly.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, I just think it's crazy and it's interesting that we have all of these moving pieces and nobody wants to say anything. You got Joe Biden patting Russia on the back. If it was Donald Trump, it would have been crazy. You got Joe Biden continuing to build a wall, continuing the detention centers. If it was Donald Trump, it would be, oh my God, oh my God.
Concentration camps.
It is what it is. But we don't have any call-ins, man. We just gonna go ahead and head out because these motherfuckers, it's nighttime. They getting crazy. And I don't want to interrupt and have to talk over goddamn fireworks in the middle of goddamn, what is it, May? So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all of the questions. Shout out to the fan for joining. Shout out to the fan for tuning in. It is what it is. Much love. Again, like the video, share the video, comment. If y'all want to call in on any given session, please, if you want to motherfucking hit me up, come through and you can sit at the table. It is what it is. I love all. Am I leaving out anything? Go back to the first. Oh yeah, before I head out, how to run for office. Check out DCYDS, our IG for all of the shit we got going on. And again, because I know y'all love saying what's the solutions. Look, pick 2 motherfucking meetings, pick an issue, and just move on that. Those three things are highly important.
Get to know the local politicians.
Yeah, because it ain't really that rocket science.
Your school board.
And talk shit to people. Because they don't like to have shit talk to them. Notice the niggas who talk shit is the niggas who get what they want. And with that being said, man, we're gonna catch y'all on another day. Thank y'all for tuning into another eavesdrop. It was lovely. It's beautiful. I appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate doing this. We appreciate the conversations. Again, submit any type of topics that you want within the comments, within the DM. Devon Lacine at thegildedsages.com. It's all love, because I do want to cover things that you all are also interested in as well. So look, man, we're going to be out. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Be safe out here. And thank you. Y'all be safe.